You guys are hot?
All right, good evening. Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me? All right, thumbs up. Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the business meeting of the William Penn School District School Board, September 27th, 2021. First order of business is salute of our flag. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, everyone. I'm sure you can see on the Zoom view, I'm joined by a number of school board directors today. Thank you guys so much. Mr. Koff, roll call, please.
Yes, ma'am. Ms. Boykins?
Present.
Thank you. Mr. Callahan?
Where'd he go? Mr. Callahan? We'll come back to Mr. Callahan.
Okay. Ms. Cook-Henry?
Present.
Okay. Ms. Richardson?
Present.
Mr. Tong?
Present.
Mr. Wright?
Present.
Ms. Ivory?
Present.
Ms. Hopkins?
Present.
Ms. Hoff?
Present.
Two of the student reps are absent today, but we have a new student rep, Jayla Wise.
Hello, Ms. Wise.
Hello.
Awesome. Okay.
Very brief comment by the board president. I had the privilege of working, I believe, our 6th vaccination clinic on Tuesday, the 21st at Penwood Middle School. They are always fabulous events. But this evening, I met a 12-year-old who brought her mother and father to get vaccinated with her. She was the leader in her family that educated her parents about the why to get vaccinated. Her mom reported that she came home from school, said, we're all going to the vaccination clinic, dragged her parents, and her parents were very grateful. So I just want to talk about the caliber of young people in our district and their leadership abilities, even in 7th grade at Penwood Middle School. So a big shout out to that 7th grader and her family. We did a number of first-time vaccinations last Tuesday, and it's always spectacular to be a part of that. And I really want to thank Dr. B. Coates for doing more vaccination clinics than any other district in Delaware County, and always being present there and leading the way in our community's health. So thank you.
Thank you.
All right, your turn, Dr. B. Coates.
Okay, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
It's great to have board members in the room with me, and I also want to welcome our attendees who are joining, as well as our guest that's here as well. This evening, I do want to share a video or a slide presentation with everyone. And so just bear with me for 1 second, and I will get this up for you. And you should see in front of you Superintendent's Report, September 27th,
Yes, sir.
2021. And so there are a couple of announcements that I would like to share this evening with everyone. First one is just a reminder. We definitely like to encourage our community members to be a part of our board meetings. So I do want just to remind everyone of the procedures that we have in place. You can always go to the board meeting section of our website and look at the guidelines. And then we also provide you here with the phone number of the board/business office if you need to call to arrange for your time to be here as a part of our meeting. So I just want to remind individuals that we do encourage you to be a part of our board meetings. Next, as a reminder, Give Kids Site Day is October the 9th, 2021. You will see this flyer as well as the phone number that you can call to make an appointment. It is my understanding that the link to this presentation has been provided and is in the chat. And so I'm just going to ask staff to put it in the chat again, please, so that individuals will have access to this information. Next, the Penwood High School Virtual College Fair is Thursday, October the 21st from 6:30 until 8 p.m. So to all of those family members who are interested in colleges or want to see what opportunities are available, I encourage you to please participate in the virtual college fair that's set for Thursday, October the 21st. We will continue to provide you with more information about this opportunity. The next area that I want to highlight, I'm really, really excited about this, is in our Family Advisory Council. Some of you may remember in our strategic plan, we actually outlined a goal or a strategy to engage our families more in what we do here in the William Penn School District. So this advertisement, if you will, is actually on our website. We've also established a QR code. You can just put your smartphone up to it and indicate your interest in being a part of our Family Advisory Council. We're looking for members through October the 8th, so you have the ability to apply up until 4:00 p.m. on October the 8th. Please join us. We want you to be a part of what we're doing here in the William Penn School District. Next, I do want to highlight some of our schools. Lots has been going on in our schools in preparation for the beginning of school. You can see at Alden, we're focused on college and career, and all of our students are stars at Alden. At Ardmore, we are soaring to new heights, and David provided us with a video. Do you have volume? You should.
Thank you.
Next, we have Bell Avenue. At Bell Avenue, we are focused on active listening. And so you can see that students have been already engaged in various activities related to that. At Carwin, our focus is on the village, making sure that all of us work together to support our children. And the focus here is on winning and learning. East Lansdowne Elementary School, it's about a family being equitable, caring, as well as enthusiastic. Evans Elementary, they've already started with their focus on mathematics. Park Lane, we're celebrating student success. Walnut Street, you can see the number of members of our families who came back to support us on the back to school night. And Penwood Middle School wants to share a video about being Penwood proud.
Middle school can be interesting years for anybody. Most adults say they don't want to relive their middle school experience. Well, they didn't go to Penwood Middle School because we wouldn't want to spend these years anywhere else. Penwood Proud means teachers and staff believe in every student every day. They work tirelessly, they challenge us, they engage us, they are innovating, and they make learning meaningful.
I am Penwood Proud.
I am Penwood Proud.
Penwood Proud means students are ready and eager to learn. It means making small choices and being willing to tackle even the greatest of challenges.
I am Penwood proud.
I am Penwood proud.
solving problems and reaching out when you need a helping hand. It means we have empathy for others and no tolerance for hate. It means we practice doing what is right, even when no one is watching.
I am Penwood proud.
I am Penwood proud. It means we are present, we are kind, helpful, and friendly.
I am Penwood proud. I am Penwood proud.
Being Penwood proud means we are part of a larger community, which includes parents, guardians, and community members.
I am Penwood proud.
I am Penwood proud.
I am Penwood proud.
It means we have a place where it is safe to fail because we have the support we need at Penwood Middle School. At Penwood Middle School, we can be our true selves, and that's what it means to be Penwood proud.
I'm Dr. Lammons, and I am Penwood proud.
I'm Miss Vivi, and I am Penwood proud.
I'm your superintendent, and guess what? I'm Penwood proud.
And at Penwood High School, we are definitely a community together, and we are adapting. So Jennifer did mention our vaccination clinic, and I do want to share with our public, these are just some pictures from our vaccination clinic. I do want to personally thank all of our partners. We had local libraries there. We also had our elected official, Scanlon, was there as well. And it was just a great opportunity for us to provide vaccinations to members in our community. Those students who were vaccinated were also received free haircuts. We also had a church in place who gave out book bags, and we also had YWMIC in place as well. So we just thank all of our community partners for working with us. I do want to highlight that we will be offering clinics starting in probably October, November, and December as we begin to vaccinate the younger children. So we will continue our partnership with the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. You can see our board members were there as well. So again, I want to thank our board members as well as members of our community. And speaking of COVID, I do want just to remind everyone that we are following all of our guidelines on our website. If you need to be vaccinated, you can find a vaccine provider here if you want to handle that in between the time of our clinics. And I also want to remind families that if your child is riding on a school bus, they must wear a mask. That is a federal mandate that has been provided to us that we must follow. So we just provided you with links to all of that information right here. And we thank you very much for your time this evening. And Jeff, I'm going to turn it back over to you.
Great. Thank you very much, Dr. Beekers. Lots going on. May I have a motion to approve the agenda for this evening?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone against? It's so good to have you all here. May I have a motion to approve the minutes from the business meeting of August 23rd, 2021?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Wait, I'm sorry, David, I messed up. Any questions on the agenda of August 23rd business meeting by the school board directors? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone against? May I have a motion to approve the committee meeting of the whole of September 20th, 2021 minutes, please?
So moved. Second.
Any questions from the Board of School Board Directors on the minutes from September 20th, 2021? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone against? Remarks by student representatives. I had a great day today. I got to swear in Miss Jayla Wise, who is our 9th grade student representative. So welcome, Miss Wise.
Thank you.
Your other student representatives are not here this evening. Do you have any comments or remarks to share with the board, please?
Not any at this moment. Not really.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Wise. We look forward to hearing from you in the future. And it was my privilege to be with you today, so thank you. Don't forget to remind Mr. Curry to give you your video. And I'll send you your pictures tomorrow. We have no special awards this evening. Are there any public comments regarding agenda items? You can put it in the Q&A or you may raise your hand. I don't see anything. Oh, Ms. Commodore, yes, sorry. Okay. Ms. Commodore, you can go first. If you could come to the podium, your name, where you live, just the city.
Hi, I'm Dara Commodore and I'm in Darby, PA. The item I would like to discuss is off of the Education Committee agenda, B5. It's the new rate sheet for the U.S. medical staffing. And it's based to accommodate the demand for personal care assistance. The William Penn School District is proposing to increase our rate to $25 per hour. The former rate is $19.50 per hour. The new rate will effective as of September 27th, 2021. This is the revision of the current agreement, which went in effect as of July 26th, 21. And I'm curious, what brought about the increased rate? And also, this rate is more than what you're giving the IAs that are in the district. It seems like more money is going out the district than it is being paid into the district.
Thank you.
And as per our IAs, when they're there, a lot of these PCAs aren't doing what they're supposed to. And when they're not there, then the IAs have to step up and do the extra work. And that's not fair for them to do extra work and they're getting less money. And they've been in the district and they know their kids a whole lot better than the PCA. So once again, we're paying out of the district and we're not treating our in-house family with the respect and appreciation that they deserve. You give the IAs and all the other support staff 5, 10 cents, 20 cents, 50 cents raises, but yet you get someone coming out of the district and you want to give them $3, $4, $5 extra more money. How fair is that?
Dr. Beaker.
Based upon our conversations, I'm going to ask Ms. Fessinger and or Ms. Brown to chime in if I misspeak. Based upon our conversations with providers for PCAs, the going rate has gone up. And in order for us to be competitive and try to fill the numerous vacancies that we have, that was a rate that most other local entities are paying PCAs. So we want it to be competitive. And we also are trying to fill some of those, well, not some, a large number of the vacant positions that we currently have.
So are we going to consider pay rate increase for IAs or for at least a subcontract for the year?
I will make that as a note here and I will follow up with staff, definitely.
Okay.
All right. No, thank you. I appreciate you bringing that to our attention.
Mr. Moorhead, can you repeat the agenda in the chat, please? Thank you. Great. Good evening, Ms. Lewis. You're on.
Good evening. I was actually just asking again for the agenda to be posted, but it's posted at this time. So thank you very much.
Thank you. We have one Q&A. Okay, and Ms. Schlesinger answered that. All right. Thank you very much, everyone. Any communications, Mr. Kopp?
No communication.
Okay, committee reports. A, Community Relations Committee agenda. A1, Penwood High School Annual College Fair. A2, Give Kids Sight Day, free eye care for children. Please register as soon as possible. A3, Delaware County Emergency Rental Assistance. There's rental assistance available, www.delco-era for more information, please. Black Lives Matter mural. We have In short, we have permission from Lansdowne Borough to paint a 23 by 290-foot mural. Designs are being worked on, and then we'll have to go back to the borough for approval, and then we will have a fun paint day. A5 Moonshot for Equity Partnership. I was able to attend this press conference. This is about young people making it through 4 years of college. So DCCC and Westchester University aligning their curriculums to the nth degree so that a young person takes something at DCCC, it contributes to their grades at Westchester, and they can graduate in 4 years. So this is about getting people through the finish line and graduating in 4 years. Any questions from the Board of School Board Directors? All right, nothing to vote on this evening. Education Committee agenda, Ms. Boykins, please.
Yes, one question, Jen. It was a little bit hard for me to hear Mrs. Commodore at one point, and I just wanted to ask, did she say which agenda item was she speaking to exactly?
PCAs.
B5.
B5.
Okay, I just want to make sure it was B5. Okay, thank you.
All right. You're up, Ms. Boykins.
Yes. B1, release and settlement agreements. B2, Mercy Fitzgerald Hospital. B3, Homecomb Behavioral Health System. B4, Penwood High School 2021 fall schedules. B5, Delaware County Community College School Nurse Internship Program. B6, contract with Dr. I'm sorry.
No, we don't have it. Hold on one second.
I'm sorry. I have, okay, thank you.
Are you have the correct version?
Hold on, I don't think I have the correct, 1 second.
Okay.
Okay, B1, I'm sorry, memorandum of understanding with William Penn Education Association for Lakeside coaches. This is to approve memorandum of understanding between the William Penn School District and the William Penn Education Association to contract for additional counseling services from Lakeside Youth Services to support social and emotional needs for our students returning to school during the pandemic for the 2021-2022 school year. B2 is the contract with Lakeside Youth Services for neurologic coaches. We did discuss this at our education meeting, so I won't read that out. B3 is the release and settlement agreements. B4 is our future ready comprehensive school plan. This also was brought up in our education meeting as well. I'm just going to go over this one because it was a new item that was added. All Title I schools are required by the Pennsylvania Department of Education to complete a future ready comprehensive school plan to qualify for receiving Title I funds. Each school must submit a school-wide plan which identifies school-wide return strategies aligned with the needs assessments that are research-based opportunities for all children to meet the state proficient or advanced levels of achievement. Upon completion of the plan, the public has 30 days to review the information and pose questions or comments. The future ready comprehensive plans are then voted on by the school board in each district. Moving along. Thank you. And B5 is the new rate sheet for the U.S. medical staffing to accommodate the demand for the personal care assistant. The William Penn School District is proposing to increase our rate to $25 per hour. The former rate was $19.50 per hour. The new rate will be effective September 27, 2021. This is a revision to the current agreement, which went into effect July 26, 2021. That motion will to approve the new hourly rate for the U.S. medical as indicated above. B6 is the agreement with Spectrum Staffing Solutions. The Spectrum Staffing Solutions will provide the William Penn School District with personal care assistants at $25 per hour and professionals at $27.50 per hour on an as-needed basis upon district request from a designated school district official. The motion is to approve the agreement between the William Penn School District and Spectrum Staffing Solutions, effective September 27, 2021, to provide personal care assistants and paraprofessionals on a as-needed basis as indicated. This agreement will be in effect for a minimum period of 1 year and continues until it has been terminated by either party given 30-day written notice. This agreement is subject to the district solicitor's review and approval of the form and contents. Next one is B7. And this is Foundations Inc. tutoring program. Could you scroll up some? Thank you. Foundations Inc. will partner with the William Penn School District to implement a quality tutoring and coaching program that incorporates evidence-based tutoring design principles. These principles include the use of curriculum and instructional resources that are aligned with classroom content, also low student to teacher ratios, and tutors who are trained in effective instructional strategies. The Foundation's tutoring staff will be comprised of certified as well as pre-service teachers who have been selected based on rigorous criteria to support students in grades 3 through 11 in math and English language arts. 8 elementary school tutors will work 12 hours per week for 16 weeks, 1 per site. 2 middle school tutors will work 12 hours per week for 8 weeks. 2 high school tutors will work 12 hours per week for 8 weeks, one per site. The compensation will be $75 per hour. The motion is to approve the tutoring program with Foundations Inc. as indicated above, effective September 27, 2021, contingent in receipt of tutors, appropriate clearances, and background checks.
Thank you, Ms. Boykins. May I have a second, please?
Second.
Any questions from the Board of School Board Directors, please?
Yes. The one question I was just wanted to put to the board and say, should we table B5 based off of the comments from Mrs. Commodore today at the meeting? Should we table it at this time and come back to it? I don't know if we're on a time crunch or not, but I wanted to pose that to the board.
So, David, correct me if I'm wrong, there are not any changes allowed to the agenda at this time. Is that correct?
Well, no, anyone can make a motion to table. That's a privilege.
Okay. Dr. Beekos, your thoughts on that?
I think it would just, if we table it, it would just take us longer to fill, or may take us longer, I shouldn't say will, may take us longer to fill some of the vacant PCA positions. And I know we have a significant number of vacant positions. And it does have implications on students programming.
So I wonder if we couldn't do both, approve this motion and move forward conversations regarding salary differentials.
Yes, I'm fine with that. I made a note to definitely follow up.
Great, great. Okay, anyone else? Comments from the Board of School Board Directors?
I do have a comment in that oftentimes the salary that comes from those outfits, because it is an organization, those people filling the roles typically do not receive the $25 an hour. They're receiving less. When you pay those outfits, it is the overall compensation of that organization. So I just wanted to share that. Okay.
Yeah. And we'll get all those numbers as we look into this situation.
Good.
Thank you.
I guess my question, we couldn't amend that tonight, or we need more time to make the amendment, for the salary increase for our IAs?
Well, this is about the PCAs and we're trying to fill spots. So we're trying to,
I understand that. I'm talking about the IAs and this Commodore talked about, would there be a possibility that we make amendment that their salary would be $25 an hour?
oh,
No.
no, we can't. do
Mr.
it.
Wright, I'm going to jump in on two fronts. One, we can't add anything new to the agenda. That's what Ms. Huff was referring to earlier. You can always table an item, but at this stage, it's a different process to add something. But also, you're comparing apples and oranges, and it's a comparison we can figure out, but it will require a little bit of work to figure it out. That $25 an hour is not the same as the hourly rate that the IAs are getting under the contract. It does not, for example, include any of the other benefits in the contract, et cetera. So you'd really need to do some math, which I think Dr. Becoats is going to do, to try and figure out what the real disparity is.
What would be the timetable for that?
I will make sure that we get something back to the board within a month before our next meeting.
So that's fine.
Thank you.
I wanted to say, Ms. Commodore, your comment has been heard. So just thank you for, making the comment and bringing something to the table that we can discuss. So thank you very much for that.
And while we're there in the Q&A, I want to make sure that Ms. Finelli and Ms. Ryder, we also saw your comments, and we'll be doing similar research as to solutions and objectives regarding that also. So your comment has been seen also. No more comments from the Board of School Board Directors. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone against? Thank you very much. Personnel Committee agenda, Ms. Ivory, please.
Good evening. The superintendent recommends the following personnel actions. C1, resignations. C, A, professional staff. B, support staff. C2, retirements. And I just want to highlight professional staff. A, Ms. Tracy Boyle, Felicia Coleman, and Michelle McGarvey. And the motion is to approve the retirements as indicated above. And we would like to wish the retirees well and thank them for their years of service, as well as our resignations. C3, appointments. A, professional staff. B, support staff for the 2020-2021 unfilled vacancies. C, for the 2021-2022 leadership team meetings, Title I funded. D, for the 2021-2022 MTSS framework learning, multi-tiered system of supports, also Title II funded. E, PSSA, PASA text coordinators, Title I funded for the 2020-2021 school year. And F, for the mentor for the 2020-2021 $800 stipend. And the motion is to approve the appointments as indicated above, contingent on receipt of appropriate clearances and physicals as required by law. C4, changes in assignment. C5, rescind appointments. C6, leaves of absence.
Yes, Josh.
A, administrative staff. B, professional staff.
Wait a minute.
Additions to the agenda. C7, appointments. A, part-time principals coach at $500 daily. And I'll read the motion. To enter into a contract with Dr. Ivy Brown to serve as a part-time principals coach, supporting 3 new principals at least twice a month for up to 6 months, based upon needs in the areas of team building, transformation, resource allocation, community engagement, and systems management. The contract should not exceed $25,000 beginning October 2021, contingent on receipt of appropriate clearances and background checks. B, 2021-2022 special education liaisons, $2,500 stipend. C, 2021-22 technology liaisons, $2,500 stipend. D, 2021-22 academic generic supplemental assignments, previously posted unfilled positions. C8, I apologize. Miscellaneous personnel items. A, rescinded supplemental assignments. B, unit modifications. And the motion was to approve the miscellaneous personnel items as indicated above. And that concludes my report.
Thank you, Ms. Ivory. Any questions from the Board of School Board Directors?
You need a second, Ms. Hoff.
Oh, sorry. May I have a second, please? Second. Thank you, Ms. Henry. Any questions on the personnel from the Board of School Board Directors? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
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 Anyone again? What did you say, Mr. Callahan?
I said aye.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Callahan. We heard nay. All right, thank you all. No agenda on property committee today, Mr. Tong, but you want to tell them about that very important meeting we have coming up?
Yes. Thank you, Bob. On October the 6th, 6:30 p.m., we will be having a property meeting to discuss the report that our firm, who's doing an evaluation of all of our properties. So I encourage all to come out on October 6th, either via Zoom or in this room, to hear the report and provide insight or their thoughts on what we're going to hear back. That is all.
Okay, thank you very much.
Jennifer.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. I would like to say I have seen improvement with Aramart in reference to cutting the grass, maintaining property and also curtail. But what I would like to recommend is there a checklist? Do we have a checklist that we can have that the principal can say that Aramart met all the requirements? Yes. All right, thank you. Sure.
Okay, budget and finance. E1 treasurer's report, E2 list of bills. May I have a move?
So moved.
And a second, please? Second. Any questions by the Board of School Board Directors? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
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 Anyone against? Anyone against? Policy Committee agenda, no agenda this evening. Ms. Hopkins, do you want to tell them about your meeting?
So the next policy meeting is on October the 7th at 6:30. And we will resume going over policy starting with the 100.
Great, thank you very much, Ms. Hopkins. Solicitors report, Mr. Khan?
Thank you. Only to report that there was an executive session last Monday, September 20th, to discuss property and personnel, and another executive session this evening before tonight's meeting to discuss personnel. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any old business, Mr. Coe?
No, ma'am.
Any new business? Oh, sorry, new business. One is PSBA officer elections. I would like to make the following motions. For President-elect, number 2, David Schaap. So the motion would be to elect David Schaap as President-elect of PSBA. On motion number 2, it would be to elect Allison Mathis as Vice President of PSBA. The Eastern Zone Representative, I'm proud to make a motion to elect Ed Brown as the East Zone Representative of PSBA. Mr. Brown is a school board president of Upper Darby and really does the work. D, for the Insurance Board Trust, the motion is to elect Richard Garrix, William Lakoff, and Nathan Maines to the PSBA Insurance Trust Board. And for School Board Secretaries Forum Steering Committee, Jennifer Davidson Dina Lascence, and Beth Ann Ziegler to elect those three to the School Board Secretaries Forum Steering Committee. May I have a move?
So moved.
A second, please.
Second.
Any questions from the Board of School Board Directors on the PSBA officer elections?
I know you offered 1 through 3. Just curious why you didn't consider number 4.
What was, I read up, and those were the 3 that I chose.
Because I was actually considering Miss Jamie when I read it.
I would happily change. Who would you choose for the 3?
Well, actually, I was looking at Miss Jennifer, 1 and 2 and 4.
Great. Then, David, may we amend that motion?
Is there any objection from anyone on the board to amending the motion?
Is there any objections from anyone? Okay, so on E, the motion is to elect Jennifer Davidson, Dina Lascence, and Jamie Lynn Zimmer-Ofsky. Thank you, Ms. Hopkins.
Thank you, Ms. Hopkins.
To School Board Secretaries Forum Steering Committee. May I have a move?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Any
Second.
questions from the Board of School Board Directors? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone against? Okay, thank you. Reports, Delaware County Community College, Mr. Wright.
I have no report. I will have one next month, please.
All right, thank you, Mr. Wright. Ms. Hopkins, Delaware County Intermediate Unit.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Thursday, I'm sorry. The theme for from our last meeting was keeping the schools safely open. And as we are following all safety protocols at the different campus sites. The tech school will be the host for the Skills USA Pennsylvania District 2 competition, which will be held January the 25th through the 26th at the Aston and Fallcroft campuses. The Fall High School Counselors Breakfast will be held Thursday, October the 14th in Aston. And that concludes my report. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Hopkins. Tomorrow, Tuesday, is a very important day. There are a couple of House bills, House Bill 1685. I'm sorry, this is part of my Delaware County Legislative Council report. So please reach out to your legislator. It's Bill 1685, I'm sorry. And tell them how you feel about that bill, please. The vote is tomorrow, so reaching out tomorrow morning would be most appropriate. As the legislators get back into session this month, there will be more bills, so we'll keep you abreast of those. Now, comments from citizens regarding non-agenda items.
Ms. Huff, before you move on to that one, I'm going back to your legislative report.
Yeah.
Now that they are, and we are,
right.
Going back into in person. I think it would be great if we could put these bills and these requests back on our website for our families to be able to.
I would love to do that. Thank you. Dr. Beakerts, can you make that happen? I've CC'd you when I sent them to the board.
Yes.
Great. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ms. Hopkins. Okay. Comments from citizens regarding non-agenda items. If you're in the room, just raise your hand. If you're on Zoom, just raise your hand or put it in the Q&A. Ms. Fitty, just come to the, yep.
I'm kind of concerned about this black curtain. Something new we're doing. Marion Fitty was a school board director for 12 years. I see some of you that I know. My question is, Jeff, you have a bill list that we have, but you have nothing in there.
We can provide them going forward, yes.
Excuse me?
I don't have them here, but we can provide them. It's on
Don't
the
you normally
website.
have them at a voting meeting because we're voting on the bill list and the treasury and all that stuff?
We will.
Yeah, we got away from handouts due to COVID. We've only been back in person. But everything is on the website as mandated by law. So you can go on there anytime and check any bill list. But if you let Mr. Cuffier know, and I'm sure he would print out a copy for you.
If I come up to the administration desk, you could put it at the front desk for me, am I correct?
Yes.
Okay. My other question is, because of the COVID, we've been out of, things with kids not going to school, what have you. And number one priority when they ask me with not using the buses, other than the secondary schools, how much the school district saved from not using buses on our side?
That's something we're still working on. In the first year, we saved approximately, so going back to 1920, it was approximately a little over $1 million, but that's something we can get to do further research to get the exact figure for you.
Okay, I'm putting you on, I have a hearing impaired phone. I gotta put you on mask so I can hear you better. I am totally deaf, so now I can hear you much better. So how much did we save again?
In the first 1920, a little over $1 million.
2020.
And
2020.
well, we're still in the process of working through that, so I can get that figure for you when you come up to get the bill list.
Okay, my other question is, there's a lot of stuff going around about the COVID. I got my shots. I don't know about the booster, but I got my 2 shots. They're trying to make it mandatory through the state that the kids from K to 6 get their shots. Are we asking children and families to do this?
If I may, Ms. Fitty, the only way we can make a vaccine mandatory is by PDE doing it. It is out of the hands of this district what vaccines are mandated and which are not. I don't expect PDE to act on it very soon, but when they do, we must follow their requirements.
Well, I know back in the day we had to mandate, like we had certain people's religion didn't want to get certain vaccines.
Right.
And we abide by that. So just hypothetically, if you have children in your family that are asthmatic or other sicknesses, and they are not going to get the shots, they have to get a doctor's note to do so. Like I have an autistic granddaughter now, and I'm going to be asking Joy in a few minutes. I didn't hear when the next meeting is for the DCIU because I'm hearing impaired, but I have the mask. Because when you talk to your mask,
right,
I can't get it. I read lips too sometimes, so if you're wearing a mask, I can't see. So my question is, right now, before they try to mandate, I personally, as a public, well, I'm not a public servant anymore, I'm a retired lady, but I still feel it's the parents and child's right to not get what they don't want to get the vaccine. That's so bad. Joy, you were saying that the next meeting is when?
I didn't say when the next meeting was for the IU. However, I did say for policy is next October the 7th.
7th?
Okay. Which meeting are you referring to?
The DCIU meeting.
Okay. I did not mention a meeting date for the DCIU. I did not.
My apologies. So
okay.
You on that chair?
I'm in that, yeah.
Can I find out when the next meeting is there so I can attend that meeting?
October the 6th.
October the 6th. You have a pen at the bar, sir? No? My hands are clean. I waited long before I came in. October 6th, and that would start at 7:30?
7 o'clock.
Okay, if not, I'll call them. I have questions for them too. I know we're not talking about anything about what's on the agenda. I do have a lot of questions. I'm a little concerned with all the retirees and people leaving. I can't bring it up because we can't talk about the agenda. The number one question, we live in a residential area. I've been clocking and watching the buses come down our street. Way too fast. Just slow down. I'm on the workforce of getting speed bumps put in. For the school district, when the bus goes up, first, and they come down, because the reason being, not just for buses, that's people in general, are speeding. And our community, we're getting a little fed up. So I have speed bumps on the way, but we must hit the signs to prove from the state to put, oh, there's a speed bump ahead. When they can't see a stop sign so red, stop, and they tell me, oh, there's a yellow sign on there. If they're not reading that STOP, they ain't reading that yellow sign. They're going to the stop sign. And it's not just here. It seems to be the whole Delaware County.
Right, well, we're gonna ask Jeff, Mr. Cuff to pass on to the bus depot about observing speed limits, please.
Yes, actually, we did that this week.
Okay.
So I did talk to their safety person and they have been out. They've been out at certain schools to evaluate that concern that you mentioned.
Thank you.
I appreciate it because it is, everybody has a residential one. I'm like the town watchful. I see we only have six.
Miss Fitty, we're at 3 minutes.
Huh?
We're at 3 minutes, so.
I'm blocked, even though I might pass my 3 minutes.
You are, ma'am.
All right, the one thing I want to see, I recognize 6 board members. I thank you for showing up. I appreciate you doing, coming. In fact, I don't see the other 3. I have no idea.
They're right on there, Miss Fitty.
I don't do that. I come.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, and it's a pleasure seeing some of you. Have a good night. I have to run to another meeting.
All right, thank you so much.
Okay.
All right, Miss Lewis, you're up, Miss Lewis. Thank you. Good evening.
Good evening, everyone. I am 2 things. Okay, I am going to comment on an agenda item because I didn't have the opportunity to have that. It wasn't posted in the chat. So I wanted to comment on item number C7.
Okay, go ahead.
I would like to say thank you, Dr. B. Coots. The other thing that I would like to comment on is my daughter, Krista. She is, I'm sorry, from Yaden, Pennsylvania. My daughter is at Cypress Street. I would like to say that this year she feels as though she is happy in school, and she said she feels wanted. And I just want to say thank you to the staff at Cypress Street that is actually saying, that is actually treating our students with the respect, the specific staff members that she has. So that is what I had to say tonight. And again, for C7, I'd like to say thank you.
Thank you very much, Miss Lewis. Any other raised hands or questions in Q&A this evening? Oh, Ms. Commodore, I'm sorry. Thank you. Thank you, team, for helping me.
It's on the real fast. My question is the Chromebook situation. As we are working to put it all together with the Chromebooks coming in to students returning them. And we're trying to get enough in all of the schools to make sure the students are, adequately equipped. What is the guideline timeframe that we are all looking at about this matter? And how long are we going to keep with the keeping track and keeping tabs with the Chromebooks that are coming in? And IT is moving as fast as they can to get them cleaned up, updated, and any ones that are damaged, or anything, has to be tweaked or corrected. Like, what is the time frame that we are actually looking at with this whole process?
The process continues, Ms. Commodore, but all that information and the guidelines associated with that have been shared with each principal, and it is the principal's responsibility to share that information with their staff. We are hoping and expecting that in the month of October, I stated, I believe at the education committee meeting, that would be the time period that we would start allowing students to take Chromebooks home. We still have a significant number of Chromebooks that have not been returned from last year.
Yes.
And I know that schools are still working with families. So we provided all of those guidelines that they should be following. And we will follow up with principals actually on this Thursday. We have a meeting again with principals.
That'll work. Okay, that was it. It's just that, and like to say appreciation to everyone for their patience and understanding through this whole matter. And our secretaries are working very hard. All I'm gonna say.
Thank you, Ms. Commodore.
Yay for the secretary.
All right. Yes, sir.
Now, I just wanted to share one thing, and I apologize for omitting this earlier. I do need to say a special thank you to our nurses. I did meet with them last week, and they are really working very, very hard. Dealing with COVID has been a challenge for them, and I do want to publicly thank them for what they have done. And I'm continuing to work to try to provide them with some additional support as it just relates to COVID. So I meant to say that earlier, and I apologize for not sharing that information.
Now the announcements of future meetings.
Oh, Jennifer,
Yes, sir.
before you go, I forgot to mention, at Curve Field, we do not have American flag. We pledge allegiance, no flag there.
We did have a flag for the
I know,
last
but it's
football
not there
game.
now.
Well, wouldn't they take it down?
I have no idea. But it's been
Okay.
missing for, I was trying to say over a month.
No, sir, it was there when we said Pledge of Allegiance
Right.
at the football game.
What football game?
Not
Friday before that.
the Friday before
Well,
that.
it's not there now.
Okay, well, I'm sure they took it down because,
But I'll check into that for you.
yeah.
Yeah.
The 17th, we had a football game there. There was absolutely a flag. All right, thank you. Personnel Committee meeting, 6:30, Tuesday, September 28th, in this room and on Zoom. A Property Committee meeting, Wednesday, October 6th at 6:30, on Zoom and in this room. That's, I want to really underscore that one. We have to decide what to do with our ESSER funds, and our buildings need the love. The Policy Committee, Thursday, October 7th, 6:30, on Zoom and in this room. An Education meeting, Wednesday, October 13th, 6:30 p.m. in this room and on Zoom. A committee meeting of the whole, Monday, October 18th, 6:30 in this room and on Zoom. Monday, October 25th, 6:30, business meeting of the school board directors on Zoom and in this room. And then Tuesday, October 26th, a personnel meeting of the Board of School Board Directors, 6:30 p.m. in this room and on Zoom. May I have a motion to adjourn, please?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Against? All right, have a good evening. Please mask up. We're almost through this. And we have no one to spare. So thank you very much, everyone.
Night all.